of the Eyeballers.
I mean, it certainly could be, and it looks like we're going to be finally getting underway. It's BetBoom, it's Eyeballers, the facing off on the map of Overpass here in the beginning. BetBoom on the CT side, Eyeballers there on the D, and as we do get rolling, let's see what they got.
Already into it. Golden, the man of many mysteries right now. You can see, not exactly in Jersey, but definitely in the server as he needs to be. This T sign composing itself well to play passively enough, but an aggressive CT swing will eventually be punished by the AWP player put into the ground by the opposing in JW.
Yeah, nicely done there by JW, able to go ahead and get that opener. It brings it down to this 5v4. We see the side of BetBoom on the weaker side here for the time being. They're going to be looking for that equalizer as quickly as they can, but I like what Eyeballers are doing here. They're playing it nice and passively. They're not wanting to over-aggress into either of these positions. They're not rushing towards the site. They're looking to see who they can catch out that maybe over-aggresses, gets overconfident, and then tries to punish from there.
So quiet again. The Eyeballers' strong suits is being able to call for that reset. As they do. Bodies seem to, once again, conglomerate. Pepsor left towards topside site, Nafany looking for it. Might not get that information visually, but in terms of audio cues and in terms of how late in the round it's getting already, it's going to be pretty apparent as to where the Eyeballers will lay their stake to claim. That door blown open, maybe a jump spot from Magnogia's well enough time might catch off a little bit of information. Too much for the Eyeballers maybe to regain.
Well, as we see them starting to edge their way up, Eyeballers, it seems like this is heading over here towards this B site. There's not really anyone to take the fight with them. You are going to be looking at Magno to go ahead and try and maybe play out Graffiti for the time being. He's not getting good timings into it, but his teammates very quickly rotating over. We're getting ourselves closer and closer to a post plant, and it's Golden sticks the bomb onto the ground. We're into a 5v4. BetBoom, they're on the lesser side. Let's see, does the retake come through successfully here?
Sure, but very quickly into it is Nafany at the helm. He is going to be able to find his Siren just behind, though, catches one to the face, and it's Heap who's not done there. 3 from the water down below, looking to run down the last. It's Chiron who's got the trophy that he wants to hunt, and he will. What a round from Heap.
Man, Heap absolutely showing up, showing off, able to get a 4K there. JW, of course, did get the initial kill there early on over towards Fountain, but Heap on the side, able to play the post flank to great effect. Just playing out of water to go ahead and find himself fourth. That's quite a bit of money made on up for himself. He should be able to afford himself a rather competent rifle and util, but now we're going to be getting into a bit of a force round, oddly enough. I didn't think BetBoom would actually buy here.
Know what to expect from these guys, I guess. See what comes to matter. The CZ for Magnogia's, interestingly enough. Highest rated player in the last 3 months for the team, so maybe he knows something that we don't, but I certainly haven't seen all too much done with it in recent history. It's best player for the job, I guess, though. P9 posted up on top of his head.
Definitely could be. Now, one thing to note, well, we did see the kill reward get changed there.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so, I mean, it is a little bit more worth the while if he can go ahead and find himself, too. That's quite a bit of funds that he could just go ahead and stack.
Make the money back for the gun, I guess. Make the investment back at the very least.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking he's trying to do.
Be interesting to see if maybe this Deagle can get activated in the toilets. It's certainly potent, and seeing as they don't really have the flashbangs to be able to dissuade them from holding these kinds of angles, it might be to his advantage, but it doesn't look like they're heading in that direction. Not entirely. It's kind of a rerun of the last round. They are going to be heading back down towards that lower bomb site, but it's a matter of whether or not they actually finish there, because Siren's SMG, that's really the biggest heavy hitter in terms of the weaponry that they'll have. The Eyeballers don't seem to want to go anywhere else.
Yeah, they're going to be attempting this again. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And as we do see them starting to make this move, the utility getting prepped and ready to be thrown out. We're going to see them bring on through. Nafany going to be caught on out. Sepik able to follow it up, eliminates Magno, leaving it down to the final 3. And just like that, we're seeing the side of BetBoom deteriorates. That's about all she wrote. There it is, Zort. Last man standing. Oh, Zordy, what do you do here?
Probably just count your days. Numbered right now if they want to hunt you down. They've got the SMG still up in the hands of Golden. What a great read from Golden there in that round, knowing that they're going to be having the pistols in close range, if anything. Easiest kill of their life on an Nafany, and that opens things up for the monster players to slide on out. Do what you can, Chiron, with a singular kill. It's not going to be worth your while. This buy is on them nothing. It's fallen flat, and the Eyeballers get 2, a post plant to go along with it. $800 injected into the pockets. And I guess Golden isn't going to go hunting. Curious.
Yeah, no, I thought for sure we would see someone try and hunt out this last player to go ahead and just get that extra kill reward. I suppose they don't want to drop any of these rifles and look to try and build up economy as much as they can, as quickly as they can, coming up for when the rifle round does make an appearance here for BetBoom. Because here for the time being, they're going to be stuck back down to the pistols. They're most likely going to be just looking to go ahead and stack the cash, look to go ahead, have a bit of a USPS round, and that's what we'll see Eyeballers go ahead and net that third. But coming into the fourth round of regulation, that's where things are going to start to get a little bit more scary, as the rifle should be starting to appear for BetBoom, and where they could be able to put up a stiff wall defense to fend off the side of Eyeballers.
Down to this bomb site with nothing to go. Another boost. The last one didn't really net them as much as they would have liked. Enough, we're going to need to start seeing them take a little bit more aggression in terms of vision in connector. I think that's going to be one of the heaviest hitting points for Eyeballers, as it has in these last 2 rounds already. An adjustment they're going to need to make as soon as they can. This time around, though, nothing really to be able to do so. It'll be only a game of cat and mouse trying to pick apart these pistols one by one, as Chiron should be the first point of contact in a moment's notice.
I would love to see a little bit of damage be put out here by BetBoom. Just go ahead, maybe take away a rifle or 2. That would be the ultimate goal here. Maybe cause JW or Sapik to have to buy. That would be excellent. Getting some of these lower economy players taken on down would definitely be name of the game. And well, so we get back underway. It looks like they'll start to make a move. It seems like they want to go ahead and posture themselves towards A. Bomb is over there towards stairs. Could easily rotate down towards B. But ultimately, I think they'll head here. And just for the time being, not over peeking. They don't want to run into a pistol stack of any kind.
Certainly not. Condor swung open wide by Golden eventually with the MAC-10, just looking to get a little bit of contact over towards the B site. In the meantime, Chiron's P250 is activated in the front side of the toilets and a wide swing. He almost caught Heap off too, 31 HP. He barely got away with his life under that one. A trade would have been available at the least, but now Golden might have the game in his hands. As
look at
this.
this.
Is called clear. They're back. A Molotov to siphon off CT spawn, and good luck getting back into this one. BetBoom have only a USP in Siren. He is not going to be very effective with that.
That's expected there, unfortunately. Of course, we do see Golden go ahead and quickly swing to find himself out one. Maybe we see BetBoom apply a bit of extra pressure. Just look to go ahead and maybe try and take away a rifle or 2. They're definitely not playing for the retake. They're just looking for the damage. And as we do see these 2 swing, Golden... not gonna be... Ooh, there it is. Able to find out one. There's Zorti there for one. But, hey, nice little kill. Backs off. They were looking to take away weapons. That was the goal. I mean, they could possibly find out these other 2 players as well. Heap and Pepzor. Rather low, but they'll retreat the opposite way and not give Zorti a chance.
For the best. Bomb blows. He stays alive once again. Holds the deagle. Holds a little bit of armor. Minimal investment that he avoids having to go in for in this round. But the biggest issue for this T side is going to be AWP is in the hands of Zorti. He has been a little bit hit or miss as of recent, I will say. Magnoj is certainly no slouch on the rifle, but expecting Zorte to be up on the top of the board with him is what you would hope to be the case. But
oh yeah,
wait and see. This is the first big test. This is really what's going to, in my opinion, set the pace for the rest of the game, as there is a backstab into Pepzor.
That's unfortunate. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Anyways, we're back underway. It is the 4th round of regulation. This is where things start to get heated. And oh, there's some damage coming on through. Heap takes quite a bit. JW does as well. But Magnoj, that's unfortunate. All the way down to 15 HP right out of the gate as he puts down some extra damage. He definitely will have to love to go ahead, get out that damage and not lose below 50 HP. But as that's not the case, we see it left down into a bit more of a tentative situation. But for the time being, utility going to be traded on back and forth towards that B site. But nothing will be committed off of it.
Hold on, Zorte. He's got a timing under this one. Spots for the front side of A, but also Pepzor has an inkling as to what might be going on the other side. High HP player. With Zorte allowed to get away for free. No one on his heels, and it's instead going to be a rerun of the same show we've watched 3 times over. There's this con split. Once again,
I mean, a lot of people like reruns.
Yeah, a lot of people do, and especially eyeballers if it ends in the same way.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see if they're able to go ahead and find out that outcome. Of course, JW going to need to be looking stellar with this AWP. And as he goes ahead, peeks on through, he's going to watch over here towards the pillar, but so far, no one going to be showing. That smoke going out. Ooh! That was a close timing shot.
18 seconds on that smoke timer. This is going to waste a lot of time for eyeballers to make something work. This bomb, it's still here. It pops through.
Oh,
it's
here they
flying
go.
through the short smoke. The Heat will find nothing. Over the top, he will drop. And only 3 players left. Turned now actually down to 2 as Golden does crack open a singular kill, but there's no time to plan.
Ooh, Golden. Hey, some good additional kills. This consolation prize is when it comes down to it. Like you said, no chance to plant. We'll see them back on off, carry over the 2 rifles that they can. JW holding on to that big green gun while Golden is on the Kalashnikov. We'll see BetBoom go ahead and successfully take their first. Now, the question is this the beginning of a run around? Because there is a bit of extra funds to use here on the eyeballer side, so they could be able to go ahead and temper that away to try and put themselves on that 4th. But BetBoom could be able to swing the momentum off the back of that.
Yeah, momentum is going to be absolutely everything in this moment in time right now. Holding the money is going to be one of the bigger issues for the CT squad. Keeping bodies alive in this round will be priority numero uno on, well, I guess just below a round win. Got just under 1,000 on almost everyone. Chiron, most wealthy at 1,900. Which isn't going to be a whole hell of a lot, but Zorte's off does chime in. The investment, well found.
Well, as they play it nice and slowly here in the beginning. Of course, they did drop that initial pick. Zorti looking good on the up. Keeps things together. Now it's JW and Golden. We'll need to try and figure out a way back onto these sites. It's going to be rather slow here in the beginning. They don't have themselves a way in edgewise just yet. Looking to take up some calling control, maybe. Get themselves towards shorts and bathrooms. Zorti looks for an engagement. He's going to get the shot off, but not connect. That's going to give them a little bit of space.
Yeah, he has the ability to reposition into a new angle close enough to where they might be able to actually get another pick off of it if they walk right into it, but still spread, still. I had a Golden Boys. Well, that's funny, actually. The Wonder Child and the Golden Boy. Both of them. Side by side. Smoke drop, but one's got to actually head forwards. JW needs to join him. It's a little bit disjointed. It's a little bit scattered, and it's Magnojus who will actually capitalize with Nafety by his side. It's the different duo, but it'll make it work as the CT side still look on top.
Yep, nope, able to go ahead and shut down this round. Pep, Zor, Heap, not much to do here. They're going back on off, looking to save over what they can into the next. I'm sure that Pep want to go ahead and take away the rifles, but I don't know if they'll ultimately hunt this out as we do descend below 10 seconds. But that's going to be all she wrote. Another round goes away. BetBoom able to go ahead and get a little bit of a streak going. That's 2 in a row for themselves. Now the question is, will they be able to go ahead and at that 3rd to tie things up at the 6, be 3 all? Will they be able to push it a little bit further afterwards?
Interesting to see that these rounds come down to pretty much just them denying the take of the bomb site from eyeballers consistently when they have rifles. I think it's really going to be an awkward kind of look for a team like eyeballers with Golden at the helm when they're not even able to get into post-plant positions when they've got these rifles 2 rounds straight. And that's not something that you want to see continue in pattern, especially if you want to be able to take what is pretty much your best and only chance of slotting into this matchup.
No, I mean, they've got to look for these rifle rounds that'll be coming up here for eyeballers. This is, again, like you were saying, this map is a must-win map for them. They need to look really good here on their map pick. But as we do get rolling back underway, we've got the couple of rifles out on the field. Heap, Pepzor on 1 each. Now, the biggest problem going forward is going to be the buy round coming up into the 7th. I assume we'll see BetBoom go ahead and tie things up here, put themselves at a 3-3 mark. But then looking at round 7, that's the chance for eyeballers to try and make that breakaway again. Could be able to go ahead, find out that 7th round to put themselves at a 4th. But they'll have the rifles to use. But if Heap drops his rifle, he's not going to have too terribly much to use since he's all the way down on 0 USD.
Could be Canadian.
Or, yeah, it could be Canadian. It could be Canadian.
Let's hope for their sake it's not, because the Canadian dollar is not doing too hot right now.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I spent $10 on a beer at Laundersland, and I thought it was US, it was Canadian, and I ended up only spending like 7, so that was cool.
Ah, that is cool. That is cool. Beer is overpriced, though. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah.
It's a bit unfortunate. And
Damn, you know how to get me.
Beer's overpriced. The worst part about that, I've been working in brewing for the past couple of months, and I know it's overpriced, man. It's fun, but there's a couple of reasons, but we could make it a bit cheaper, I reckon.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out.
I'll make a cheap esports beer.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we get back underway. Shots ring on through. We see Heap immediately lose his life, but we do see Pepzar go ahead swinging forward, finds himself a kill, looks for another, jumps on down, and unfortunately, Siren there to gun him, leaves it all down to Golden and JW, and their chance into the round seems to have fallen away. JW all alone playing behind the pillar. He's got himself a Kalashnikov, a bomb, and 27 seconds on the clock, and as he just hides.
Another bomb site execute.
Ooh.
It falls flat.
That's a nice little kill.
That's the third one in a row right now. The eyeballers actually. Nafany's spray control though, that was.
Oh lord. Oh, Nafany. Anyway, we're into that rifle round that I was speaking about. Of course, Heap, no weapon to use, $0. He's got himself a dig. See if he can hit anything with it, but I think we do see BetBoom go ahead and continue things up. This is most likely looking like fourth for themselves, break that tie, bring themselves into a lead, and then from that point on, it'll be a hard-fought battle for eyeballers to get back into it.
Sink or swim. Tie game is going to be the best feeling you could possibly have for BetBoom with Nafany at the top of his game as well. Finding these kills whenever they try to make their way into B, which time and time again they have. Maybe it's time we reroute. Maybe it's time we change our course, eyeballers. It's not really working out a whole hell of a lot in terms of AWP from Zorte at A, though that has been their biggest issue. And without all the flashbangs, mollies, and smokes that they would like to be able to bang out through the toilets, it is going to be an awkward affair to try and force him away. But luckily for them, he isn't all too pushed up. He's still just sitting back towards that site, but he's got support.
I know he does have support to work with, and it looks like finally eyeballers are redirecting their approach. Not wanting to play over here towards this B site. The posture over here towards long to play towards A. Of course, there are 3 players to hold that down. The rotates would be incredibly swift if it does head this way. BetBoom should react to it pretty quickly. Well, they're going to go ahead and try and make a bit of a move. A smoke does go down from, there into bathrooms from Chiron, but the time being, it's just going to be ultimately slow, and ooh, that's an advantageous kill. Sapek going to lose his life immediately.
Here it goes. Out and in,
the push.
21 seconds.
Man, Zorti just playing in the fire and the flames, able to go ahead and move out of it to find himself out a kill. That's going to be Heap eliminated. Of course, swinging through Siren. And Chiron there to close it out. Leaves it all down to Pepzar. Pepzar running away. That's just 5 seconds on the clock and an AK in his hands. We'll see another round pass us by with BetBoom breaking the tie and putting themselves up at a 4th.
This is going to start to feel a little bit helpless from this T side. Lucky to save, but even so, I mean, what more can you really do or say in a moment like that? Zor gets no money for his efforts. He gets the kill, keeps his rifle, but what will it matter if they can't actually get themselves into a post-plant position when the guns do come out again? Loss bonus accumulated to 4. It's been a sweep ever since the instance of eyeballers being able to put themselves so far ahead. In the early stage, on overpass, this T side, obviously the least favorite of the two, able to swing away with 4, maybe 5 rounds. That should be at least somewhat of a close enough call for them to be able to walk into the CT side with some semblance of confidence, but confident enough in the toilet to Zorte once again. Farther than he has been before, and faster than we've seen him before. Just the same tight angle, tight kill, but Sapek will fall nonetheless.
Yep, big opener coming through there. Of course, this is just a bit of a upgrade pistols type of round. They're looking to save over as much money into the next as they can to have those rifles to work with coming up into the 9th. But here for the time being, a low bit of utility being played out over here towards bathroom is playing to stall things through. Heap starts to make his approach, but ultimately doesn't go for it just yet as more utility is dispersed over there towards that side of the map. Oh! JW, that's so unfortunate!
Alright.
That was quite the shot.
Online.
Yeah, he's awake. He's ready to go, man.
I love Zorte. I think it's been a long time coming since we've seen him really in a team of players that you can really believe in, since now, more than ever, he's gotten the chance with Nafany as his IGL. He's made him look like a rock and solid enough on the A site he's been thus far, and he's got players all around him
Yeah, he doesn't really need to over-engage there. He's gone ahead, found himself out 3. The other 2 able to come out there from Chiron and Siren. That puts BetBoom back up at yet another round to their name with the 5th on the board. And right now, they're edging their way closer and closer to that 6th round. Going ahead in that 6th round marker and forcing Eyeballers into a game of catch-up is the end goal here. Man, God, he's just looking absolutely crazy. Zorte.
Yeah.
That's Sean to JW. I mean, I wish we had... that's just crazy.
The last time we really saw this level of performance from Zorte, actually, was his last appearance in ESL Pro League. It was Season 17. Forza, yeah, Jerry as his in-game leader, certainly no slouch in terms of calling. And in terms of the players that he had surrounding him, I'll say, pound for pound, probably not as well-rounded as this BetBoom team looks to be. That's really where you want him to thrive. That's where you need him to be able to put on his best show if you want to make yourself a threat, which they have become, and certainly enough to wipe clean the Eyeballers in this game so far. Guns come out, they look incredible, but that A-site's cracked.
Yeah, no, that's a big one. They've got to go ahead and look to try and expand that crack as quickly as possible. Of course, Chiron is able to go ahead and respond up, playing over there towards Long. Finds out JW to bring it back down into their favor. Of course, as we do see the remaining players of Eyeballers starting to edge their way up, the bomb still not postured to get himself onto the site just yet. He's playing it a little bit farther back. I can respect it, but we've got to see Pep, Zor, and go ahead and open things up. Ooh, Chiron goes ahead, draws some attention there from Heap. Heap looks to force the fight. Unfortunately, there for him, Chiron is able to take off his head. Golden gets the plant, leaves it into a 2v4. The upper, oh, the no-scope's a miss! Oh no! That's not great. We're going to see him drop down into a very quick, well, 1v3, but MagnoJazz is able to find the closer. I love the attempt at the no-scope, though.
Wow. I mean, there's not really a whole lot of room for that to miss, to be honest with you. It's kind of just like a, damn. Didn't quite connect, but...
It was close, man.
Yeah, it was. It was a pretty good decision from Pepsor in a moment of inspiration. Make a play, get something going while his teammates in the site are falling down. One by one, they drop, and he does where he can, what he can. Heap trying to slot them into that round, but big ups to Chiron. A triple kill from him in the round overall, in the kill over towards Long, able to keep them, on their toes, the Eyeballers team. Now as a timeout is taken, so it seems, to discuss things.
Yeah, no, I think this is more of a technical timeout, just the way the HUD is, unfortunately. Yeah, that seems to be what this is. But hopefully, yeah, it is a technical pause out of Eyeballers as well. Taking a look at the chat there. But that's a bit unfortunate. Hopefully, there won't be too many more issues going forward in terms of latency or mouse problems or whatever's going on. But that's a bit more on the rough side. Apparently, it's an issue with JW's mic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Missed comm.
Yeah, it can't comm if your mic's broken.
It's true.
Very true, very true.
If you're in a boot camp or whatever it may be, you can just kind of get up and start talking to him.
Just start yelling.
Yelling at him through his headset, yeah.
Get everybody take one side of the headset off to hear better. I'm kidding.
I wonder how many times in history that's had to happen.
God, I would imagine quite a few.
Probably.
I mean, whenever me and my buddies would do like a LAN party at one of our houses, back in the day, that's what we would do every now and then. Is like if the Discord or something wasn't working well, we just go ahead, just take off one cup to go ahead and yell at each other. It wasn't great for comms, but we were having fun, so it didn't matter.
I gotta do a LAN party when I get back to my home state.
Oh yeah.
See all the guys. We used to do it with console though, not PC.
Oh man,
which was really weird but cool.
There's something magical about just hauling a bunch of PCs on one room. The room is like 100 degrees. It's hot.
My god, yeah.
Air conditioning's not great.
We actually did it in a green room, or not a green. Is that what they're called? That's what they're called. It's like the extension of the house that has like a lot of windows.
Oh, yeah, that's not a green room. What's it called? I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it can be used as a green room, but God, an HRRE? God, I can't remember.
That sounds pretty good too.
It got close. I think I was close. I can't speak English today for some reason. It looked like we were back underway, but pause back out. That is a bit unfortunate.
Yeah. One of the things we actually haven't really seen a whole lot from on this T side is JW's op. I think he's brought it out twice now, as far as I've seen. Not really ever getting the chance, because it's always in like the latest stages of the round he gets any sort of map control to work with. I think one round it was like 20-second mark that he was walking up through short. Wasn't able to do anything as a smoke was dropped onto his body. It was actually the 30-second mark, but even so, that's kind of late for him to be able to have any effect. In the other round we had seen it, Zorte, I think, removed his head over and long.
Yeah, that round, I'm pretty sure. I think the play you're talking about is when JW was jump peeking over the half wall, right?
Yeah,
I think it was on pistol.
Yeah. Oh, on
Then
pistol.
I'm pretty sure that at least that's the play I think you're talking about.
No. It was the shot that we were talking about from where Zorte was at map.
Oh.
They were trying to go A.
Okay.
He just destroyed him.
Yeah, Zorte, he's just been looking crazy with it. But as we get back underway, utility dispersed all around the map. We're going to be seeing the side of Eyeballers go ahead, try to take up some control over here towards Fountain as well as Playground to maybe look to go towards A. They haven't had the most success here. The success that they have had has been towards B there in the early stages of this half. But as we're in these later stages, we have seen BetBoom go ahead and really run away with things.
Stop. Zorte's off in a new position, not before seen. Door not blown. He's not going to be able to see much of anything from it. Eventually, though, they are going to grant this control.
You gotta love the double boost on the B site. 2 boosts going on at the same time. Well, we're gonna see them starting to edge their way around. It looks like they want to commit over here towards A. There are 3 players there to take the fight with them. One of them is Chiron, who has looked extraordinary there in previous rounds on this A site. So it could be a bit haphazard. They really have to go ahead and pick apart the this enemy side, but piece by piece. BetBoom. We'll see what they ultimately do.
So we're taking top dice right now? Yes, he is. Interesting. Chiron tucked, smoke up, going to give him a little bit of time to work with, but as that molly hits the ground, it's another round where the Eyeballers are locked out of the site without any chance to get any of these kills. Yeah, it's just way too late every time. They get nothing for their efforts.
Man.
They might get into the site, but will they be able to actually get a bomb plant off with the body still around with 10 seconds on the clock? They get this shot. The bomb eventually makes its way onto default. No molly to stop him, but an op to stop the peek from Sapik at the truck, and there's no way out for Golden. He needs to fight. He needs to brawl, and as he does, he'll fall. Magnoges is there for it, and Nafany not too far off of himself, and that is at least a bomb plant, but not for very much longer before everyone's been dropped.
Yeah, that's a bit rough there for the side of Eyeballers. It has, going in that late to the A site, it's a bit unfortunate for themselves. They really wanted to make that move. Of course, the smoke's going down did stall things out. The Opper just looking absolutely brilliant on the BetBoom side. Does go ahead and convert the half there. And, well, I mean, it's a bit unfortunate for Eyeballers, but they've got to go ahead and find themselves maybe an extra round. If they can go ahead and put a 4th up, that's where things would be looking to be in a decent spot. 8-4 half, not brilliant, not great, though, but it's not terrible, which is the biggest part. So hopefully they can find themselves an additional round here in the end of the half, but, I mean, we're in the 11th round. It's the 9th hour for this first half on the T side.
See what'll come to matter from that sacrifice of Golden going down to the Glock. Dropping over a teammate, I can only assume, in what is to be their last buy, at least in terms of full, in this half if they can't win out. Everything on the line. The op not spotting a boost on the other end. Is Orte, though, making his op known. Brings out a shot. Now they can look to scale. Chiron, he's been an issue. A thorn in their side at this position time and time again. Will they be able to topple him before they get through?
Ooh. Very quickly they do. Pepzor very quick with the AK. Is able to find out one. Heat follows it up. The Opera falls. Leaves it down into a 3-5. And just like that, we're seeing Eyeballers starting to crack open that site. Of course, the rotates coming on through. We're seeing Magnojazz make his way on up. Siren, he goes ahead, closes the angle as well. And look, just not able to get himself into good position. He's called out in the open heap. Sapik able to find out kills. H leaves it down to Magnojazz. Magnojazz finds out one, but no more than that. It's Golden. Finishes him off in Eyeballers. There we go. That much needed 4th is on the board.
Yeah, they catch 2 players with their pants down in that moment in time. Pepsor, he's holding onto the angle tight, and Chiron actually looking to beat them to it. The flashbang hits the mark. He'll be blind anyway. Well done. like this. Eyeballers covering all their bases. Zorte out in the middle of nowhere a moment before this part of the clip, and he just really has no chance at doing anything when he's shot in the side of the head. No trade from Siren with no vision. The 4. I'd say that's a pretty decent enough round count. I think 5 would be really nice, but 4 I think that is manageable.
4 is definitely manageable. I thought that would be the win condition going forward for the second half. Just getting themselves in that 8-4 slot. If they can do it in 7-5, I mean, that is excellent. Even coming out there as T side. It's not a brilliant map to beat on the T side here in the beginning on. So seeing them go ahead and put themselves in that position where they could possibly go ahead and net that 5th and things out just down by 2. They could be looking at a tie coming up into the CT side if they could go ahead and win out the pistol. So, I mean, as we do get moving forward. Ooh, red. Oh, never mind. I thought that Golden spotted him.
Magno just going to be proud of himself for that.
Yeah, quick low kill there. That'll be a good opener. Of course, Golden did get out of that. Nafany did fall in response. So we get down into a 4-4. Shots ringing out over here towards the B side. It seems that Eyeballers might want to go back to status quo. They could very easily rotate up towards A. I mean, oh, look at Pepzor. He's so deep.
It makes sense, too. They've confirmed that JW's op, one of the heaviest pieces of utility that they have in this round overall, has been over towards that B bomb site, but unconfirmed is where Zorte lies in wait until Sapek's body hits the floor. Pepzor, he might get this space, he might get all this room, but if nobody walks into him, it won't come to matter. There's time enough to where they could walk into this site and try, but yeah, Pepzor now, he's giving up the game through the smoke, or excuse me, through the Molotov is Chiron, and that's huge. Great decision making in what could have been a crazy moment. It's still, this B bomb site looks like they were going to end. It was a fake, it was a ruse all along, and JW's got his side.
JW able to go ahead, save his teammate. Of course, isn't able to follow it up. We do see Magno Jazz very quickly trade out Heap, leaving it all down to JW. JW, let's see. Gets tagged on down. His position's going to be known. Do that HE. They tap the bomb. They're still trying to force this fight. Goes ahead, holds it down. JW finds out Zorte, leaving it all down into a 1v2. Peeks through, but Magno Jazz is there to close it. We see the half ended out. BetBoom successful on their CT side. See us at 8-4, leading by 4.
This little opener there from Sapek onto Nafany, but it won't really come to do anything for them. Zorte slots himself into the perfect position, and Pepzor, he has the right idea, right? But yeah, Chiron, just a split second decision that really alters the course of that round. And there was a world where JW might have been able to get away with that one if the player at the bottom side of Monster wasn't able to kill him in time. No smoke onto the bomb. It was a completely exposed CT for the defusal, so definitely a world where you see JW swing out with something classic, but this time not so much. Double the round count of their opponents. BetBoom now looking to take themselves slowly but surely over towards that A site with Magno just a splinter from Khan.
And no, he's able to go ahead, sneak on through. Of course, it seems like JW wants to go ahead and play for a bit of aggression. He'll check this corner. Ooh, they spot each other. And Magno Jazz loses his head. Now that's a big opener. Leaves it down into a 4v5. BetBoom, they have the chance to go ahead and get themselves back into this, but they can't afford to drop another player. They swing pretty hard. Look at that. Heavy swing with 3. Siren able to find out JW. Trades back down to even. And we're going to see BetBoom. They're not going to be committed here towards A. They are in a good position where they could ultimately hit this, but I think they want to head back down through Con.
They very well could, but still scaling. Still with bodies up. As Heap stand his ground. Jiggling it out, will find the kill behind Chiron. Wrong target, but still a kill that he'll take every day of the week. Utility actually to set up his teammate for the next contact. Heap will swing once more. He'll spot nothing, but Golden's got him, and he's gotten a double to go along with it. It's only Zorte. It's only the Opera P250 in hand, and he's been smoked off of all things. What a weird way to try and win out.
Yeah, no, that's brutal. Eyeballers, they are able to pick apart the side of BetBoom before they make their way on the site. So that's absolutely massive here. You love to see it. Nice little dualies to come on through there for the end. There we go. Eyeballers. Now, they could be able to go ahead and start really gaining a lot of rounds. They've won the pistol. Now, the question is, BetBoom, do they force again? Because if we do see BetBoom force here and now, I think we're going to see Eyeballers possibly make a run of 3 here in the beginning of the half again, to put themselves up towards 6 and 7. Being within 1 would be massive.
Yeah, we've seen it before, huh?
Yeah, we have. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's doable.
Should be, definitely should be. Different course of action right now for the side of BetBoom in terms of the economic call to arms for only a single Galil for Zorte. Dropped by Nafany. See what it'll come to actually do for them, as they will be able to buy up into this next with a bomb plant. A couple of kills would be great. An M4 saved, also very nice, but managing to keep that player alive is going to be priority numero uno. Golden, having to be careful not to spam down his teammate, is actually going to hit a lot of damage down onto Magnoges. Deep at con, he needs to forfeit.
We'll see if this Galil can activate it all. That's going to be the linchpin into the round. They at least need to save it over into the next. It's not that heavy investment that I thought it could have been in the beginning of this matchup, or in the beginning of this round. See, mostly Glocks.
Bunny hop backwards out into the B site for Zorte to just try and trade your body, I guess. Ooh, a little silent drop. Can all 5 players manage it without being heard? Oh, wow. Okay, nice. One more.
Let's see.
All right.
Pepsor gonna be looking to hold it down along with his teammate. They definitely have heard the jumps. And the shots ring through. Pepsor able to start it off. Sapik follows it up, leaves it down into a 3-5.
Oh.
Sapik is good for 2. Just completely ripping them apart. Chiron does get one ultimately there with the, I think it was with the Glock, but then we see Eyeballers finish it off. Nicely done. I expected that there. We should be seeing a bit of a buy come through. It looks like we will see the investment now, BetBoom. This is such a weird buy as well, since they invested a bit there in the previous round. I mean, what do you do here?
They wanted to get a little bit more than just 1 kill there.
Yeah, they needed that. They needed that extra kill reward.
Did. I'm planting not too far off from them with a smoke on the left side of the site, but it's just a matter of actually putting the bodies down from the pit to be able to plant. But Galil's going to be salvaged from JW from the previous upgrade from the SMG, better than not. Nafany once again playing bare bones in order to get his teammates what they need. Cooking with this AK-47, they're going to need in the hands of Magnoges, actually. It is going to be first contact made by Siren. It's an HE at his toes. He'll actually be pretty healthy, all things considered.
No, it definitely will be. Well, this buy, let's see what they're able to do with it. It's a bit more on the weaker side. The util is there to play for and execute, but, I mean, they could expend all of that pretty early on and then just not have enough. Now, as we see them edging their way along. Looks like they'll go ahead and play a bit of a boost over there towards B. They don't ultimately do it. They just go ahead and disperse a bit of utility over there towards that B site. Meanwhile, JW able to go ahead and catch up the first. He gets tagged down rather low as he does find out one. Of course, at 9 HP, he's forced back on off. Right now, we are equalized out. They start to force their way forward. Chiron making his way up. We see Heap swing through, finds out one, but is traded. Of course, Chiron, Magnojazz able to find out kills each. Leaves it down into the final 2v2. And as we do see Golden doubling it up, Magnojazz needs to find them both.
Got enough HP to be able to isolate first of the 2 1v1s on the Golden, who softened up from a moment ago, but...
Ooh!
Sapik's gonna be the final boss.
That's massive. He's able to go ahead and get the bomb on down. Swings! Finds out the first, not the second. Sapik able to go ahead and get retribution for the frag onto Golden to put another on the board for Eyeballers. They bring themselves within 1, and just like that, we could be seeing a tie.
That'd be something. Very nice. Eyeballers that looked kind of down and out at certain points. Really able to rein things in, though. Magnoja's opening pick, you'd think that they'd capitalize upon, but it's the Galil head-to-head that JW actually comes out on top of with Zorte. It was, again, a tight squeeze. Those two have really had a back-and-forth affair in the later stages of this game, especially now. I think they've met each other 4 times.
Yeah, I think they have. Now, as we do get underway, just look at this. I love it. It's a pop-out over here towards B. Shots will ring through. Sapik able to find out one. Siren on the trade. Keeps it down into a 4-8-4. And AK's been picked up. They'll try and make their way forward. There's still a player here in the water fighting. Siren able to find out one. Pepsor going to be eliminated after getting himself a frag. And uh-oh, I think there's an upset as the smoke goes down. JW not going to be able to see on through. And the bomb will be successfully planted. Oh, man.
When in doubt, rush B, you know?
I mean,
well
I'd
organized,
love to
so.
see it.
Yeah, I do. I do love to see it. I'm a big fan of the rush B. I mean, you can see it works out. The utility is perfectly placed. That player close wood needs to dodge flash and only really turn his crosshair back enough in time for the 1. Everyone else following doesn't have the vision to be able to really support them. It's them awaiting the fights to be forced their way. And when BetBoom do, you waste no time.
Well, that is a huge round for BetBoom. I thought for sure we were seeing the tie. Man.
Caster's curse.
Yeah, I suppose so. That's the way it goes. Well, let's see what happens here. We've got ourselves into a bit of a rough round here for Eyeballers. They're not going to be able to afford up. They have JW on the carried over up. Seems like they'll invest everything that they have. A couple of NP9s out in the field. Heap on an A1S. As we get rolling once again. Sabik able to start things off. MagnoJez does trade it back. Heap. It's caught on out, living it down into a nice little 4v4.
See how this one pans out for them in a really big turnover. In a 4v4, both of these teams pretty much need this round. This is a do or die moment, it'll feel like, because there's a boost going on, I believe, at triple, but Chiron's aware of it, takes a lot of damage regardless, and MagnoJez, while he finds his skill, still, both he and his comrade not looking the healthiest. There's room for this Deagle to maybe spam them through. One well-placed shot could finish the job, but they're not actually going to hard clear him, not yet. He might have a moment of weakness to exploit. The Deagle rings true. The high HP player dealt with, and still more to do. One swings him low. One trade by the other side would have been available, but JW's up now as a decision. Do I go in for this, or do I call for the save?
Yeah, I think save is going to be made here. Yeah, there it is. I just can't really afford to drop that off this late stage of the game. There's not going to be much of buy to come out of Eyeballers into the next, so dropping this is really abhorrent for their scoreline. But nonetheless, we're going to be seeing BetBoom on double digits up at 10. Now the question is, can they go ahead, push it a bit farther, get themselves towards 11 and 12?
Still towards Khan. Quiet at the top. Sorte may be able to take this away. I wouldn't put it past him.
MagnoJez in the back line. Be able to do it as well. Well, JW. Nice little extra kill there. He's able to back off. Uh-oh.
We got him.
Oh! That's unfortunate.
JW's not happy with that either. I don't see a world, really, where this round has any legs to it without that gun. To be able to play around. To be able to play with N4. That was everything. Try and deny, or at least gain them an economic boost of some kind before heading into what is more likely than not 11 to 7. I don't want to speak too soon again, but you know, surely, right? Surely,
surely. But we'll see. We'll see. Now, as we get underway, hey, Zapek. Nice little kill there.
Surely.
Surely.
Sure.
I mean, maybe there's still a Eyeballers can do here.
This would be one hell of a round, man. Sappa kicking it all off. That gun, irretrievable for the time being, though. They're going to look to actually try something again. A little cheeky, a gimmick. A play that the triple boost being spotted out previously with pistols this time around might have some actual room to work.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. They're going to sort of make their way around. Playing in the water. We'll see utility get placed down to try and flush him out. Shots ring through. And we see Chiron find out the first. Sapik falls away. Unfortunately for Golden, he's not going to be able to have a resurgence in this round. We see Nafni and Zorti just quickly shutting him out. Leaves it down to JW and Heap. Just USPSs. Maybe they go for a consolation prize. Taking away a rifle from Chiron could be advantageous.
Very well could be. This round about as much as you really could have hoped for from them, seeing what they have to work with. And as this USP tinks up yet another unconfirmed damage, maybe he would have heard that first dink. But JW, if he can get one more kill, I guess it would be a decent enough showing. But the high HP of Nafany holding on to it with some semblance about him, he's going to tap onto the bomb. It is not going to be a full stick. What a crazy round it would have been if he did, but if he had that kit, that would have been wild, but not going to be that dream world.
Yeah, no, the dream is dead. It's unfortunately. Just like JW into the end of that round due to the bomb. We do see another round get netted for BetBoom, putting themselves at 11th. Now going to be looking to get themselves towards 12. If they could go ahead and hit map points here, surely we see a little 2-0. Surely.
Word of the day.
Word of the day. And alrighty. We get back underway. The rifles are out. So eyeballers into a advantageous round when it comes to weaponry and utility. Let's see if they could go ahead and start to turn around the end of this half, or if BetBoom are looking for the closers. Of course, if eyeballers do drop this is where BetBoom should be able to go ahead and end it. There won't be that much money to use going forward. And as Chiron is able to go ahead and find himself a nice low kill, JW falls away. And Nafany just...
Dude, what?
He's just moving forward, just running on the site. No hesitation. No time allowed. Eyeballer's not able to react in time, leaves it down to a 3-5. And these guys got to go ahead and just save, right?
Yeah, they have to. That is an explosive round from Nafany in terms of speed. He does not let his foot off of the gas. And across the board from top to bottom, this BetBoom team looks like they've really been putting it all together. There's nothing valuable about them, really. They can do no wrong as for players in Magnoja, Zorte, Chiron, and Nafany have really been doing it all. As Siren doesn't really need to do a whole hell of a lot other than throw the utility. I mean, rounds kind of make themselves happen, and the hunt is on. They're quick to it. Hop to the chase, no money into the pocket to the CT side, and Peptor is going to be seen. Magnoja removes his head, and only Sapwick now in the water. He gets his kill, but no ammo left in the gun. USP pulled. Will he be found in time? He will.
That's so unfortunate. They needed to carry over at least a rifle. Instead, they're all taken away, and we see 12. There's not much that Eyeballers are going to be able to do going forward. It is all into the hands of MP9s, USPS's, Deagles, and a little bits of utility they'll be able to afford.
Wow.
I mean, this is looking like it's it here for this this round and for this map. I don't expect to see too terribly much come out.
I tend to agree.
I mean, maybe there's a world.
This was a real must-have from the members of the desk for Eyeballers, as Overpass was going to be their best chance, but a blind double kill from the MP9 of Sapwick once again, finding them their opening kill.
I mean, if you want to find the upset in a round, that's the way to do it.
It's a good start.
Let's face it. Hey, able to leave it down to a 3v5. That advantage starting to go the way of Eyeballers. Man, JW, that's so unfortunate. He needs to hit that, man. Leaves it down to a 3v3. Of course, as they start to rotate their way around, Chiron just plays super quick to get himself onto A site, putting down the utility to go ahead, close off some angles. He still chokes up on it. And oh, it's a fake.
Calling it old rigamaroo as we head around the map different ways. Pepsor finds his, Nafany the same, and it's a bomb site that they gain. It's only the space to be taken by the IGL now that could make the difference. As Sapwick is already so very low from those opening 2 engagements he found for his team. It wasn't enough to pull them through. Pepsor's AK, he needs to do some heavy lifting now. Yeah, no, Pepsor, he's got to look utterly fantastic here. And as the utility gets dropped on out, we see them starting to make their way up. Shots ring through, and there it is! Nafany and Magnoja is able to find out the closing kills there for BetBoom to go ahead and net their 13th. Another round gone. And alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, the medical emergency is apparently over, as we do see Eyeballers and BetBoom looking to face off once again here on the second map of the series. It's the map of Mirage, and we see BetBoom up by 1 in the series, now looking to go ahead and trying to put it up by 2 to end it. But only time can tell what will be the case. He finds a kill. USP already downing one, and it's the B-Apps pop as a response from BetBoom now, who are out and in a moment if they can actually fall through with two players' crossfires set actually taken apart from one another, and Sapek will drop into the door. The next CT no better, and Callum falls. Hold on now. A man advantage all of a sudden out of nowhere for BetBoom.
Siren looking crazy, able to go ahead and find himself out 3. We do see Nafany follow Chiron there on the trade, leaves it down to the final man. It's JW. This is the one you want in this situation. He's stuck in a hard place though. This Chiron and Coat swing together to go ahead and close it off. And that'll be all she wrote for the round. Man, what a play out of Siren, able to go ahead and find himself out 3 to open up the site. Chiron to find 2 to close it out, and we see BetBoom go ahead and put themselves up 1-0.
Alrighty. 0-1 BetBoom keeping themselves onto winning ways in map number 2. Yeah. Nice feeling to have in the force pack. Not as crazy as it was over on Overpass. Response from the eyeballers.
Now, as we do see them starting to make their way around. Shots ring through. Siren able to start things off once again. Finds out the first on the Sapek. We see JW fall as well. This is just USPSs for the most part. Should be seeing the full rifle rounds come on through from eyeballers coming up into the next. That third round will be the all-important one. But BetBoom most likely going to be finishing this all out 2-0 just to look to try and close things here in the beginning of this first half. But we'll see what ultimately happens here.
Left on the bottom side of mid. Actually, yeah, is going to put down the SMG. Denying him any extra money-making potential, as Nafany is to an early rest. Is going to be fine for the time. Boom on this T side. They be able to just maintain the pace, keep the flow of the game on their least favorite of the two halves. Eyeballers aren't really going to have a whole lot to say with no AWP and utility. As expected on the third round for the CT side, not going to be the greatest from top to bottom for the 4 players. It's really going to come down to what the early decision is in terms of space taking for them. As Pepsor does get under the balcony, he's going to be playing for the information and sound, and also for the execution to come through with all 4 players actually stuck elsewhere. He's left on an island, he has support late, but this pop could leave him susceptible.
Yep, no, this pop could be huge here. Eyeballers, of course, they like to play rather standard setup here. They play for a bit of mid-aggression. One thing to note is, look at this player coming up from Con. And well, they edge way around. Shots ring through. JW able to catch out the first. So that's Nafany being found out there from mid as the rest of them push on up.
Yeah, they were just waiting another pass there, trying to find a timing of some sort. AW does catch it. They lose the bomb slate as a result. The snap is in. Pepsor somehow evading death and getting back towards spawn before that's the case. The dot from the flash actually going to betray Siren. Pepsor is in for 2. That's good. The bomb going to be denied to the plant, and looks like it will remain the case for the rest of the round. Nothing Chiron can do, surely, other than a couple of stunners, nothing more.
Nicely done. Eyeballers able to go ahead. Bring things back. They put up first. That is a big third round for themselves. Of course, the rifle should be out in the field here for BetBoom. I assume they'll force up here. They have 2 players up towards 4K, 2 towards 3, and of course 1 just down at 2. So maybe the buy to come out, but another technical pause. That's a bit unfortunate. Well. This technical pause is brought to you by Nafany needing to open a door.
Wait, actually?
Yes.
All right.
That's what I'm reading. So
get that door. Go get that door, Nafany.
Yeah, go get the door. That's important. Oh Lord.
A good bounce back, a good response, a rebound from eyeballers that could have been anticipated as BetBoom looked like they had everything that they needed inside of the A site, all but a kill, as JW really does spring that on them.
It's a bit unfortunate when it does come to BetBoom. This was definitely a round that they wanted to take their way to go ahead, put themselves up at that 3-0 streak. It's not going to be the case, though, as we do look to move forward. We do see eyeballers just down by 1, looking to play for the tie here into the 4th. The rifles are out to a good degree when it comes to BetBoom. 2 AKs, 2 Galils, and a single Tech 9. So, I mean, maybe BetBoom can go ahead and try and get themselves on the site to get the plants and then play for the post plants, but we'll see what ultimately happens.
Molotov right at the toes of Magnoja is not going to be burning him. Instead, right behind as they look to maybe pop late. AG more successful than anything else, but I doubt they'll know that anything's going on. Jump spotting Golden there. JW just the same. A triad of CTs looking to stop them in their tracks. It's a weirdly perfect stack right now, actually, but Eyeballers might walk into their doom.
Oh, look at this!
Close. Tech9 will be effective at that range,
Oh,
with his AK-47 much more so.
Man, Heap is bringing heat as he's able to find himself a nice little double. We do see Zorte try for one, but ultimately follows JW fighting at range. Finds out Nafany, and just like that, Siren, all alone, dealt with as well.
Swept right out from beneath them is the rug. It looked like that round had a good potential to be able to punish the CTs for their over-aggression in apartments, but just the right amount of aggression, so it seemed, and it's brought them into a stance where BetBoom not finding kills or bomb plants is going to hurt them significantly economically as they look to actually wait one more round before buying back in as the loss bonus accumulates. Eyeballers, they find themselves atop with 3 after this, and, I mean, not going to get Glocked.
Yeah, it would be unfortunate for them to get Glocked. That would be really, really poor. But regardless, I think BetBoom are playing to go ahead and get themselves onto plant. I think that's going to be the main goal, just to go ahead, get the bomb down, get the extra funds, but it's not going to be allowed. Zapping Pepsor just very quickly able to find themselves out the frags. We do see Chiron find out one in the midst of all that with the P250, so hey, a little bit of damage done. Take away rifle, force the buy-up, but as we do get going once again, the rifles make their way on out, and BetBoom gonna be looking to try and tie things up.
Breathe 2, continuing. Get back into this game with the AWP now into the hands of JW. It'll be interesting to see what he decides to do with it. Aggressive with the A1S. Previous rounds have seen that underpass was where he liked to head. This time he's actually going to be playing postman for Sappic. He walks up mid, smoke up high, and a flashbang to go along with it could catch them off guard. Entirely so.
Well, as we get underway, JW able to go ahead and find out the first. The Upper able to sing on out there from snipers, leaves it into a 4v5 advantage. Starting to go the way of Eyeballers, and it continues to go so, as Chiron does get one, but it's very quickly refragged back, leaving it down into a 3v4. There's still an edge way into this, and I love this position that Siren's got himself into. The question is he going to be able to hold it? Oh, Magmajest. Good timing. Finds out one, backs off. That's the equalizer. Brings it down into a 3v3.
Interesting that Magnogies has the presence of mind in that moment not to speed up, not to press any more keys on his keyboard except backwards, and as he does, he backtracks, and JW finds himself in the line of sight. Crosshair placed off, not fast enough though.
That is absolutely massive.
Just in that heap. The player in the back lines, but Magnogies is loud about it. Drops through the vent. Makes this one an entirely known game for Zorte to play from the clutch with 41 HP, excuse me, 49 HP though.
He's got the bomb though. 30 seconds on the clock. Keep starting to rotate over. He's going to go ahead and force the plant on default. Ugh, swinging the wrong way. He'll ultimately be eliminated. He wanted to go ahead and get himself into a better post-plant position, but not allowed. We'll see the defuse look to come through successfully as another round goes the way of Eyeballers. Going ahead, continuing up and onwards, they look at a 4.
This is going to be a nice feel. Certainly one. It's refreshing. Moving into this, a new lease on life perhaps now as they breathe a little bit of that into this best of 3. Should they be able to keep their good run of form here? Magnogia is doing everything that he possibly could have to be able to make this one a possibility, but it looks like a little bit too much individual decision making to try and make something crazy of the round as Siren chooses to go through Murder Hole into CT spawn. Between 2 players, it's never going to be an easy way to make your way around, and Magnogia obviously feels pressure to do something after his teammate falls.
Yeah, no, they definitely will. But it's a bit of util. Let's get played out. Shots ring on through. Chiron. Ooh. Very quick. He's able to find out first. JW. Able to receive again there. We do see Pepsor good for 1, but him and Sappic immediately fall, leaving it down to Golden and Heap. The last 2 men standing, and they are on the opposite end of the map and definitely not attempting this. There we go. BetBoom able to force their way onto site. are going to be able to go ahead and take up a third there.
One consistency that we'll see from BetBoom in a majority of these rounds is their ability to keep the fast rounds looking pretty neat and clean, tidy in their execution, looking like everybody's on the same page. And seeing as they've just introduced a new player into the lineup, I like to see that be the case. It really makes a difference when it comes to like quality versus quantity in these games, and you can see why. He's going to be fighting in the absolute trenches to be able to save this M4A1S. He will not be able to. Chiron will put him down at 10 kills right now, actually, with another triple.
Hey, that was a nice little kill coming through there from Golden. I love that little play to go ahead and at least take away an additional rifle. That was the goal there. Now, Eyeballers. On the precipice being tied up against here in the 8th, they do have the rifles to use once again, but the question is, will they be able to put up that stiff wall of defense that they're hoping to attempt at? As we get back underway. Let's get rolling.
You can see, like, every now and then, yeah, I was going to say the little nade lineup graphic that like introduced a couple of days ago. Not too sure how I feel about that. I've disabled, excuse me, personally. But it may help some, and it doesn't really seem to matter for this T side. They don't need to line up anything. The A side is looking pretty crisp and clean. Nothing going on whatsoever. A stack made elsewhere, trying to read out the moment. Not going to be.
Well, shots ring on through. Siren able to go ahead and find out the first. Of course, we do see Pepzor. Go ahead and find out a kill there. Leaves it down into a 4v4. As they look to make their way up. Golden. Nice little kill there on the Siren. Starts to bring these into favor. Eyeballers. Edging their way up here for the retake. They gotta be careful though. Heap finds out another player. That's happening. Going down. Zorte goes ahead, responds up, finds out a kill. Looks for another as his teammate MagnoJez does get tagged. He goes ahead, swings wildly, and loses his life, but time is up.
They were on the bomb. That would have pulled them off. Zorte holding onto the cross and needed to find his one and does. It's man advantage that doesn't mean anything for the CT side making their way back in. Not when they can't get themselves onto the C4 itself. A great HE saved and used for the kill from Golden, it must be said, in that post plant, giving them the chance as it chalks up another player down into red, but it won't even a sliver of time left onto that bomb for them to actually pull it through.
Well,
tactical.
We're going to be getting back underway at a tactical timeout this time. Let's go allow these teams to go ahead and discuss what they need to do going forward. I'm sure that the Eyeballer side is feeling a little bit of stress now. They had themselves a somewhat decent lead to play with, but it's all falling away now. And as we look to get swinging back underway, the rifles are out. Oh, let's see. Who breaks this tie? Who brings it into the lead? Only time could tell. As we get back underway, let's get it going.
The save netted the Eyeballers at least. The AWP for JW, rifles onto everyone from us. It won't really come to matter. It's a good enough gun for the job. Another round, we see them go on the double aggression into lower. It's worked before, and it's actually never been spotted that there were two players in that position previously, so this could catch them off. Siren holding for the top of the apartments as the A-bomb site utility rains through. He's got a teammate behind him holding onto the flank, but the bomb let loose for the kill found inside of A.
Yeah, able to go ahead and start things off. Zorte over there towards top of mid, able to catch out one of the rotators, finds out the first. That's going to cut things off away from B. Meanwhile, we're going to see two players edge their way on. That's BetBoom taking up control. And, man, Eyeballers, they're split apart right now.
It gets weird. He drops his gun. It won't be heard by anybody, but Golden is still an unknown entity. Still. He just his way to a position that might call this round into question. If JW can stay alive for long enough, that Molotov actually helping him more than anything else, to be honest. It allows Golden to get activated. With the back line, he will! And that's the bomb made known inside of the site. He's got a position that they're going to have to be aware of for the rest of the round as they try and plant this bomb. Sorte made known just the same, and he's isolated. It gets so awkward, but JW, he actually goes back in for the duel.
Able to go ahead and find out that huge frag, puts it down into a 2v3. The man advantage flipped the way of Eyeballers. This is where we could see them go ahead and upset this round. It was looking to go the way of BetBoom, but all of a sudden, you do see Siren Singh yelling out for two! Nice little shooting gallery out of him. Leaves it all down JW, who gets tapped out by the man of MagnoJez. And oh no, the Opera just not able to respond.
Dude, what a weird way to win out that round. Siren looks absolutely laser focused in that moment. A one tap onto all of maybe a pixel of the head to be seen from the bottom side of the van, and the next player snapped on, locked on just the same. It's an absolutely huge effort from the both of them, as JW looked like he had gotten them the round winning kill, locking them inside of the site, but it's they who were locked in with BetBoom as they find themselves once again back into the lead at 5.
Yep. Back in the lead. A single round to their name above the side of Eyeballers. Of course, this is a bit of a miss around here for that CT side. BetBoom should be able to exploit to go ahead and net their 6th. Well,
All right.
that is kind of what we expected. Back 10 able to single it out there for 1. Pepzor joins him in the grave, leaving it down into a 5v3.
Quiet. Now as that bomb is soon to be put down, I can only assume as Nafany continues to linger on this B site, finds his way into another pick with a back turn. Position, it's a little bit cheeky on the balcony, actually, and JW not able to cobble anything together with it. Low HP on the Chiron, but that's going to be all she wrote. Sapek way too far removed from this to be able to have any semblance of impact, and it looks like more likely than not, it'll be the high HP players to find him. It'll be a weird world where he finds an angle onto one of Chiron or Nafany, unless Nafany goes hunting, but we'll see. 6 rounds to the good T side. A really nice hold, I will say, from Eyeballers with the guns in the previous couple of rounds, but it won't really come to matter if they walk away with a lead at this half, in my opinion. BetBoom, that's not something you can allow them to have moving in the defensive.
Well, BetBoom just continuing things up. It's a good look. Things are looking good. Is there anything else that can be done in this regard here for Eyeballers? Not into this round, but going into the future. We see BetBoom with a lot of momentum shifted their way to be able to get themselves towards 7 and 8. If they can end out this half in that 8-4 fashion once again, that gives a good chance for them to continue things upwards with momentum into the second half. But, I mean, there's still a chance here for Eyeballers to go ahead and drag things back.
This is about as good as it could have looked for the Eyeballers at this stage, in terms of expectations that we had set. See, wait, okay, I saw Zorte had a Tech 9 and that was it. I thought he was going to run with that for this round, which would have been a really weird decision. He's got his weapon of choice, and not the same to be said for JW, who's actually been looking pretty important, I'll say, in most of these rounds.
Yeah.
His level of impact in terms of finding even just one kill really has made the difference. They just haven't been able to tow it over the line. See if it'll matter that he's got the rifle.
It has been absolutely massive. Well, we'll see what he's able to do. You see them starting to make their way up. Heap gets some info. We'll see Golden turn for it. He finds out the prank due to it. Nice little tracking there. Sapek is able to follow it up, leaves it down to the final 3. And Eyeballers, I think they're looking at a bit of an upset. We see them starting to make their way around. They drop on down. Sapek did find out Siren, leaving it down to Chiron. Chiron is eliminated, leaving it down to Zorti. Zorti 1v4 with the up.
This would certainly be something. A touch just below, in the side of the smoke. Heap, not exposing himself either. There's no reason for them to really be going in for much of anything. They know who they're playing up against. Dropping out now. Not going to be even seen in that side of it. It'll be actually sliding through that Golden from below. Finds yet another. A great hold from the man himself. Finding the opener with a great spray out of Magnojus and holding his ground onto the next. Both in that bomb site tag team duo. Making it look easy. Money left in the pockets, though. BetBoom are going to be investing into this last round of the half with a nice look on only a sacrifice from the AK into the Galil for Nafany. As far as buys go back down after a round loss, this isn't a bad one.
Yeah, no, it definitely isn't. And as we get back underway with the rifles in hand, JW on that coveted op, he's looked rather good on it here in this map. He was a little bit sleepy there in the beginning of the first map, but into the second map, he seems to be playing a lot hotter than he was. And well, as we do see them starting to edge their way about, a lot of utility going to be stalling things out there in apartments. Of course, Siren, he was just going ahead, playing for a bit of information, just looking to see what he could draw out. And as he draws out a bit of util, he backs on off, not wanting to overinvest.
They reactivate Heath. Onto the top of the balcony he'll go. Just going to be hiding out for anything to come late. Rightfully so, they don't go poking and prodding all too much more. It's the information that they have in their back pocket that they can utilize to their advantage now, as their utility also warrants them to be able to maybe go for a little bit more information towards mid and A. It's JW who's left the window. It's vacated. For the time being, that Molotov, though, will give them the idea that there's nobody inside of it. It's BetBoom who now have the round to play for, because nothing really going their way. As Nafany actually not going to be seeing the player on the bottom side of the smoke, does trade out.
Good quick kill coming through there. Oh, look at this, JW. He'll take this fight. He'll win it as well.
So
Nicely done. Finds out Nafany. Oh! I thought that connected. Oh, man. Peeking through Zorte. Bit of a mistake. We see it all left down to Kyra, and Magnojez is down to a 2v3. HE goes out. Just looking to see if there's any damage, anyone they can flush out. Instead, they're going to look to press the issue. Golden. Not going to have to take that fight just yet. Oh, the spam. That's nicely done. All down Magnojez. He's dealt with. Another round to the name of Eyeballers. They're keeping this nice and close, man.
Yeah, it's tight. It's really tight. That is a huge round coming out from JW once again. It's that kill, the first, that is easily, I'd say, the most important of the round. Once again, getting BetBoom to activate. After they find that trade frag, Nafany for a moment looks like he has a moment of weakness for JW to be exposed from, but no, not to be. He's allowed not one, second. Just the same, not even being able to cross onto the other side of the site. The off head-to-head, drops the bomb and heap. He doesn't allow it to be planted either through the box. The spam is great. Oh, man.
Man, well, let's see. Into the second half. Sides are flopped. Now as we get back underway. Magnojets. Oh, I love this. It's a bit over-aggressive, though. Unfortunately for him, he's not going to be able to do anything with it. JW very quickly takes off his head, letting it get down into a 5v4. We see the rotates going through here for BetBoom. They're looking to try and break the tie into the favor. The shots ring through Zorte. Ooh, he finds one, but it's labored. JW very quick on the trade, looking like the man of the hour here into the round. It leaves it down into a 4v3. 3 players all positioned, looking to play for this fight. They'll spot out at least 2. More comes through as we do see Siren with the dualies, doubling it up. Rotates off Nafany. Holds firm. They're aware of this rotate going through there for Siren. Don't go ahead and start to check this, but Heap going to be found on out. And just like that, it's all down to JW.
Definitely doable.
It's a 4K. Yeah.
HP Siren. 15. Going to be easy to work with. He's got to rely on the information from Nafany as they play deep towards that CT spawn and jungle position, hoping that it's the Opper that gives them time of day. Right now, though, he'll be given the free bomb site to plant upon. Close here in jungle, I think, should hear that bomb plant. Didn't before, he does now. In onto it they'll go.
They're well aware of where this is. They're going to start to play the retake. I love the position that JW is taking up. He's gone ahead, planted himself to play from ramp. Could be able to hold it from here. And I'm sure that BetBoom we're going to have the read that this is where he is. Oh, look at this. No way. Oh! The timing is atrocious! Oh, we will see Nafany with the defuse, though. He's able to take off the head. He'll be successful in it. Man, that was close.
Yeah, way to make us twinge in our seats. Like for a minute there, it should have been an easy enough kill. But he's not paying attention to it. Spam back, headshot connects. Luckily enough for him, because his teammate was no healthier and also in no position to be able to trade out in time. Should he have killed him quickly?
Just, that was, the timing on the player with the dualies. Who was that? That was up there on stairs.
Siren.
He just, yeah, it's Siren. He was checking, he was watching for it there at ramp, and then thinks better of it. And just in that moment, we see him go for the swing. I mean, that is, that could have been brutal. I thought he won it off the back of that, but just not able to do it.
Boom. On the CT side, a start that they desperately wanted, let alone needed, the way that Eyeballers have been putting themselves on the board in the game so far. The T side, be a little weird with this buy. Here 47 for JW. He's been slowly heating up. It's Pepsor and Heap with the other 2 rifles at the top of the board, tied at 11-7. If they're able to crack this open, if they're able to play close enough in tandem with one another to be able to crack open mid. JW's AK-47 could make this round a reality.
Yeah, no, they definitely could. As we get back underway, bit of utility being played out. It looks like Eyeballers want to try and position themselves a little bit here for B. They're not necessarily committed to it. But we'll see how it goes. No? Just gonna edge their way back. They make a bit of noise there. Back off, just looking to try and pull rotates. Looks like this might head towards A. That player in Palace could be ready to try and get deep if someone pulls away towards the wrong site. But as we get back underway.
Oh.
Oh, Nafany!
Oh.
Oof. Heavy damage on a second.
Flashbang was just off the
trade
mark
deck.
also.
Yeah. Chiron able to find out one Zorte there for the other. We do see a quick shot come through. And there it is from Siren to close out one. And there in the smoke. Bomb is denied.
Yeah. That kind of sucks if you're the T-side player that dies to Nafany in the front side of the ramp there. The flashbang misses the mark, a set flash, so it seemed, and maybe not set it well enough, because he was completely denied of any sort of vision. They can't get that kill. He can't find that damage onto the second that allows them to be able to sweep them away so easily on the ace execution.
That's going to leave it with BetBoom up by 2. They've gone ahead, hit that 8th round marker, now within 2 of hitting double digits. If they can do that within 2, things would look really good. Of course, Eyeballers here on the pistols. Just going to be playing this out a little bit slowly, most likely.
Okay, well, BetBoom on track.
Yeah, they certainly are.
Really mean a whole hell of a lot for these. They're just gonna have to respect it no matter what, and waltzing into their death one by one, I can only assume. I love playing like matchmaking and low-level face-it matches against players on Mirage that just walk out A for like dry. It's the easiest kill, and you can see what it means to a player like Zorte who can just play bob and weave up and down.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how to do it.
There it is.
There it is, very quick. I mean, we expected that to be fairly quick round when it came down to it, but now we're going to be moving forward into the more important round. This is the rifle round here for Eyeballers. Are currently down by 3. They want to go ahead and start to limit that gap a bit more, bring it within 2, possibly be at that 7-9 score line, and then possibly look to bring it within 1 if they're able to upset it there. But right now, BetBoom, they have a lot of momentum, and they could be able to re-break the economy.
Their backs right here.
Let's see. Looks like this is going to be... I think we're seeing a fairly standard A execute. Nafany's going to get so much info. Swing finds one. Of course, bit of util going to be going out. He gets a bit of damage off and... Oh! Missed AG. It ain't AIDS, it ain't AIDS. Regardless, that was a bit much for MagnoJess. Swinging out there a little bit wildly, he does lose his life. We do see Chiron find out one, leaves it all down to Siren. Siren, last man standing. Eyeballers have found it, I think.
It'd be a monumental clutch to be able to pull through. Known to be at the CT spawn, softened already, low HP into 2, a world where he might be able to pull away with it, but is it even worth it? They're gonna be able to buy into the next round anyway. Damage here would be good. Allowing them to keep these AK-47s, or at least battling his way out. Playing for these exits.
That could be the way to do it. I don't think he plays for the retake. I definitely think he tries to play safe. He wants to carry over the rifle. If he could take away a rifle or 2, that would be massive.
Ow.
Oof! Dinked! Must have gone through the floor there.
Ouch, ouch.
That is ouch. You're right about that.
A bullet to the face through a wall or otherwise is never gonna be fun.
Yeah, no, it's not fun. It sounds quite painful.
Yeah.
Again, no, you do sell the tail, but I mean, it would hurt a lot.
I wouldn't know, personally.
Yeah, me neither.
No experience.
Nah, I haven't been shot in the head before in real life. We might be from an A.
Jeez.
But sorry, that was terrible. That was terrible. Oh, God. Anyway.
Time to redeem.
Oh, God. Anyway, 9-7. Let's see. Eyeballers, they could be able to go ahead and make a bit of a run back. Just within 2.
There's always a chance. There's always a chance. Walking out into this A site, it's going to be dry contact that is made, in Nafany the one to fall first once again. This time not at the front side of the ramp, but still to the ramp player. A bomb site looking weak now, as Zorte is the only line of defense to be able to stop him. Sight line gain, Molotov deep, but he still will be able to zone things out. And hold on, this might be a misplay, a massive one. If they walk back into the angle once more, Pepsor lucky to get away.
They're able to go ahead and get themselves in a good position. Shots right through. There's one from Chiron. Of course, does get traded immediately. Zapik just around the corner is good for 1. We do see MagnoJez get himself a little bit too far advanced. Is eliminated, living down to Zorte and Siren. Last 2 men standing. Siren plays to the fight, wins 1, brings it down to Zorte. Zorte, oh! Through the ball! It's so close! He goes for it again! He heard the connection, but isn't able to find it! And now as we're down into a 2v3, these players are low. This is doable, and I think BetBoom, no! They're gonna play off of it! Siren finds out the first, Zapik falls, leaving it down to Heath and Golden. Of course, we see an op shot get rained on out. The connection doesn't work out. Zorte incredibly low, tries to get it through the smoke, finds it with the op!
Wow.
And just like that, Golden's alone. Golden goes to the swing, finds out the first. Ooh.
Sick. He's out.
Oh, man.
Oh, he's gonna be lucky
we're
to get
gonna
away
see
with
him
his
fall. Yeah.
Oh.
Golden
Okay.
falls, takes away the rifle, but man, another round due. Eyeballers there.
Lucky to get away with 7 HP, the op and armor. T-side all going down. It's going to be a reinvestment from BetBoom. That much I can assure you. I feel like they have no other option right now, as they're about to be tied up to be testing for something. They do see the rifles brought through for 2, a third. Going to be dropped over. Nafany once again going to be the sacrificial lamb. You love to see that. The in-game leader really setting up his players to be able to do their best work. And no offense, but MagnoJez in this game really hasn't looked like the same player. Bottom of the board right now. Nafany giving that one up gives a lot of confidence, instills a lot of faith into his star rifler. And we're going to have to see that come to life right now if they want to answer back.
Yeah, no, they really have to come to life. I mean, things have been on the turbulent side here for BetBoom over the past couple of rounds. Eyeballers are looking fantastic, though.
Yeah.
They've had some really good moves there. That previous round was incredibly close. I thought BetBoom could have played that retake there on that 2v3. It looked like they had it in the bag, but that last player just able to go ahead and be a thorn in their side. I'm pretty sure that was Golden as well. And it just kind of pushed things there to the end.
Yeah.
Well, as we do see the side of Eyeballers once again looking to commit over here towards A. Let's see what they got.
They've done it before and it's looked good. They've done it dry. They've done it on the full exec and alternating back and forth between them. They now leave a player in connector that's going to be the real activation. The linchpin, I think. Spotted, not damaged. Smoke will soon fade, and then they've got 30 seconds left. Where else are they going to be going? I doubt that they have any idea where they could be going towards B, so why not go all in on the A stack? Nafany under the balcony, Siren for the first contact at the cross. This could be everything.
Let's see it. Yeah, no, this is where things are going to come to life. Utility gets dropped on down. Nafany mollied out of position, swings wildly, tries to find out one, won't be able to do it. Still a player in Firebox that hasn't been checked yet. But as we do see them moving their way forward, 10 seconds on the clock. Uh-oh, this could be it. We're going to see one sneak his way around. Shots ring through. Siren finds 2. Nicely done by him. MagnoJez finds the trade, leaves it down to JW and go. It's him and Pepsor. Got to play here for the post play as time starts to tick down. Now BetBoom going to start to slow it. Going to make their way up. I think they're aware of the player over there in the palace. Oh, what? Zorte. Massive kill, finds out Pepsor. It's down to JW. He's the last man standing. They're on the defuse. He doesn't go for the fights in the 1v3. And that's going to be BetBoom keeping it away from them. The tie not achieved in double digits for BetBoom.
$800 does give them something to work with, but this round likely I wouldn't put past them to buy for. I think they definitely could. They take down a number of players, but not a number enough to where you can really try and hope to pull away with a round win. I think you're better off just going in half. Trying to make something with what weapon you do have to carry through in that AWP. Pistols and maybe a little bit of armor and a flashbang or two to pop through. Anything more than that, I think you're really putting all your eggs in one basket. For a 2-round game, it's really not that far off for Eyeballers to be able to draw it back in.
And yeah, no, Eyeballers are not too terribly far off. They played absolutely astounding all throughout this game. And they're just within 2 of this tie. I thought this was going to be a one-way smash, but it's certainly not. Well, as we look to get back underway. Up in hand for JW, the rest of them upgraded pistols.
Alright, well. Let's see what they've got. Left kicking in this round with a couple of pistols and flashbangs, as aforementioned. It is going to be the play to be made with them. No more flashes left in the arsenal anymore, but with smokes just looking to poke and prod a pick. As JW is really resting on his laurels that they're going to walk up mid and walk into his crosshair, his line of sight. It's not going to be the case, not yet. He's fast, but is he going to be fast enough to catch anybody on the jump spot at B apps? Because that's where all the bodies are headed. Pepsor is now on his way back, and they're walking into it Siren. He's got to be careful. He's jumping pretty wide.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's going for it.
Did he spot him? I don't actually know.
I think he did.
Shaken by that nade.
That HE definitely gave away some information, though. Ooh. Good kill. Magno Jets good for 1 in the back line. Good for 2. Oh, hey! The USPS is going for more! But JW is there to close it. And there it is.
Okay, well.
Gotta love the USPS, man.
Yeah, that was pretty huge for Magnojaz there to not go down. That gun would have been a lot to play with. A lot of space, knowing that the CTs had walked through mid that they now have denied if they get that kill pretty quickly. The USP second kill is something, but the third, the transition onto Golden, man. No head armor, it's never going to be a fun fight. Never, 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 never.
We get back underway. Better util being tossed out. The full weaponry coming through here from Eyeballers. They've got to look to try and avoid map and series point. That's the important part.
I concur. 3-round gap has been extended. Mid control looking good. As he actually has been pretty stellar in a lot of these opening rounds, particularly towards A. This time around, though, changing his course towards mid, leaves Chiron to have to steer the ship for the CT side to bring it back. W up to his old underpass shenanigans. This time on this T side is yet to find anything, but Chiron still sticking around maybe for a little bit too long, tosses out nades and thinks better of it.
Now, as we get underway with the thing down into a 4v4. Ooh, bit of info gonna be known, and JW. I love this. Oh, I love this. He's going to find out one. Oh! That's so unfortunate. He gets spotted by Nafany. Of course, he's able to find out the frag before he falls, but that equalizes things. But this is going to be heading over here towards this B site. 2 players to hold it down.
They're saying to themselves, damn.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. They have to commit here. Just 30 seconds on the clock.
No flash.
Yeah, no util. They have an HE. No, they do have a... No, they don't. They don't have a flash to play with. They have good post-playing utility. An HE, Molotov, and a smoke to use. They could isolate the fight with that. But this is going to have to be pretty dry. 10 seconds. They got to make a move. Drop the drop on down. Shots ring through. They find out the first. Golden, good for 1. Sabic there for the other. They get themselves on the site. No flash needed. Leaves it all down to Nafany. Nafany's going for it. He wants map and series points.
Somehow they cut the 2-player bomb site hold down to size, and Nafany left into the clutch, thrust into it. Molotov forcing him into the open, not able to cobble together the spray. It's Pepsor instead. And what a way, with such little time, for them to sneak away with a little round win, a cheeky one to pull 9? That's actually incredible to the late stages of this game. 21 kills to the name of Chiron, but it's not enough.
That is so unfortunate there for BetBoom.
That was round defining, that jungle engagement.
Yeah.
Imagine JW just doesn't kill him.
I know. If JW didn't find that kill, that would have been BetBoom at 12. But now it's all down into a 9-11 scoreline. We do see a bit of a rough buy come out. BetBoom, there is a FAMAS out on the field, a Deagle out on the field, and an AWP as well. Now it's a bit of util gets tossed on out. Sapek gonna go ahead and try and build up some room.
Build up some something. Oh. Okay. Golden doing his best Heap impression in that moment. Siren, only the FAMAS inside of this B site. Not going to be the tumultuous task that would have been previously. Seeing as now AWP's posted and nobody else is there to bear arms with the just yet. Aaron once again tasked up Cat with finding maybe an opening pick. Or rather, a pick back, as Magnoges has already fallen. And he's been consistent in doing it previously, but nobody really giving him any chance to eventually spot it. Peripherals, enough for Heap to be able to walk it through.
Now, as we see them starting to make their way up, they're going to drop on down. It's all down to Siren, Nafany, and Zorte, and unfortunately there for Siren, not much to be done. Nafany does give himself a trade, but it won't be enough.
Bomb has been planted.
We're going to see them back on off. Save call going to be made. And another round goes the way of Eyeballers, and they hit 10 for themselves.
A lot of opening picks in the first 10-15 seconds for Eyeballers that they're really never going to give up. It's been time and time again where you've seen them walk out through A main, walk into A main and find their kill, walking through mid for the second time in a row. It's a lot in the first stages of these rounds that BetBoom can't afford to be giving up, not this late into it. Nafany and Zorti able to get away with these guns, able to bring them into the next round. Live to tell the tale, fight another day, whatever you want to call it. It's not going to be a pretty buy in the slightest. They are going to be offering up that tie game for Eyeballers more likely than not, seeing as they have that gap, seeing as they have that buffer. If they don't, it'd be kind of troll. You see that the Deagle from Nafany's dropped over to Magnoges, who can now at least keep a little bit of money into his pockets for the next investment as the loss bonus begins to accumulate to 2.4k. Some kills will be great, a round win would be massive, but more than anything else, it is going to have to be this AWP and M4 that carry over into the next round.
Yeah, it'll have to be. And as we do get underway, the up and M4 need to do tons of work. See a bit of util tossed on out. It looks like Eyeballers could be positioning themselves to play a split over here towards A. Like 2 through Con, 2 through Ramp, 1 through Palace. That would certainly crack things open. But look at how choked up BetBoom are here. Zorti. I mean, that's a one and done position, but he's not too careful.
Their only smoke used towards Palace right there as well. But Nafany's up top mid. How has he gotten into this position? The game leader leading by example, leading up through mid and finding only the one kill. Needed that second one. Felt like he had it dead to rights. But Golden comes out on top. And in that moment, a moment of weakness, they know where the gap was. They know that there was only one player at that point in time left up into it. And Golden, he one-tapped the player at the right side of the window before. In this round, he might need a couple more bullets, but it's still damn near perfect.
Man, Golden doubling it up for himself. And well, they've got a head cracked open mid. They should be able to go ahead and feel out B to see if it's open. Of course, bomb's still back towards T. They're going to go grab the bomb. Is this still heading towards A?
This is interesting.
Weird. Yeah, no, I mean, Zorte has a great chance here now. Flash comes out, pop shot rings through, USPS stings out as well, and oh dear God, I knew this was gonna be bad. And here's Chiron. Oh God. I knew that was a bad decision. Leaves it down to Heap. Heap spots out one, knows there's an op over there under pallets, goes ahead, mollies it out, HE's it out, damage can be done to him. That's gonna be a kill to bring it, at least a weapon away. But man, BetBoom, that was not a round you should have had.
Listen, man, I don't want to be that guy, but it's been 2 maps now, and seemingly not able to learn from their mistakes. Eyeballers run these rounds down to the very end of the clock way too many times for it to work as little as it does. I feel like they constantly put themselves into a box where they end up playing themselves into a corner. Time and time again. It feels like every time that they find themselves these round wins, it's ending in the first 45 seconds or so. In the round losses, it's ending with the last 25 to 30.
Well, as we get back underway, this is looking like we could be seeing the end here and now. BetBoom looking for the closer. See some shots ring out, and Kyron able to find out the first. Of course, Nafany does follow response. Heap able to find out that kill. That's the opener. Don't see the Alpha of JW. Oh, this is aggressive. Oh my god, it's good for 1. He gets traded out ultimately by Zorti, leaving it down into a 2v2. 1 on site, 1 at Tetris. And his Pepsor with the D. Needs to hit an excellent shot here. Sapik, just incredibly low. 2 digits of HP for his name. This would see Pepsor fall. It's all down to Sapik, and this is looking like all she wrote. Unless he does something absolutely mental. Maybe 2 1-taps. Come on, let's see it.
Oh.
That was close.
That was
If
really
he
close.
found that while dropping, I would have lost it.
Supposed to.
Well,
No!
stop! He heard me. He's going for him.
You're playing with us a little too much right now, Sapik. They know that he could have
Oh,
crossed.
Sapik. God, he's getting so many good timings.
I can't.
Oh, Sapik, what is this?
They're afraid. They're so scared. They don't know how low he is, I don't think. But finally, they catch him. Switched out to the A4, and it's BetBoom. They close it in 2.
God, I love the attempt there. That was magical.